right, kids, welcome back to the channel. Good to see you. Sean Marmello here. Do I have a doozy for you today? I have been working an actual day job, but it's been overnights. And now I have the perspective to report to you that we, as musicians, in fact, have always been making good money. We are not underpaid at all compared to the vast amount of the average people out there working. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Be right back. All right, guys, my wife and I have been up here in the mountains, northern Idaho, over the winter, insanely living in our converted bus in the 7, 8, 24, 18 degree temperatures. I don't recommend it. It's been an adventure in itself. But I digress, and be that as it may, we've been working overnight stock at Walmart because we could go in together, and it was almost 20 bucks an hour. It's $19.50 each. Was a differential over the holidays until the end of February, and then the actual the pay goes down $2 an hour until May. It's really stupid. Like Walmart, one of my critiques is it's one of the biggest companies in the world. They can afford to pay their employees a steady salary all year round, but they don't, because they don't give a shit about you. But anyway, that's another story in itself. We've been working overnights, and what I realized, talking to the vast amount of other people that we work with and other jobs they've had, and never mind the fact that that's actually good pay for this area. Never mind that you can't get a house for under 500, 600, 400 grand. You could never buy a house even with two of you working on this. You'd have to both have two jobs to even get a house up here. It's insane. I think it's like that in the rest of the country as well, on the whole. But this is giving me perspective because basically I make 150 bucks after taxes a night. And it's insane to me to think that 30 years ago, I made 150 bucks playing gigs. That's when I started making 150, about 30 years ago, 95-ish, maybe a little earlier. I went up to 200 in the early 2000s, and I'm up to 250, 300 now for the better places. But I remember friends of mine making 10 bucks an hour, 8 bucks an hour, maybe 12 bucks an hour if they did HVAC or something. 600 bucks a week, 500 bucks a week. I'd bring home 500-600 bucks a week back then, and that was really good money. I could buy, Marshall amps and go on vacations and stuff. And I made 50 grand a year back then. I had lots of money, and I blew it all, by the way. So kids, save your money. Open up a Vanguard account, but that's a different story. But anyway, so what I found, and here it is, this is a revelation. Walking amongst the normal people out there, the professional musician who has been doing this his entire life since I was a kid, finally working a real job, not doing a 1099 thing, not doing a tree service for my family, none of that. I'm working a real job. It fucking sucks. I can't believe you guys work these jobs. I can't believe people go through their lives doing this mind-numbing bullshit. I would have slipped my wrists, bled out long ago if I had to do it. But I digress again. We're working a real job. They don't pay shit. We, as musicians, go into a gig for 3 or 4 hours and make, even if it's 150 bucks. Now, I've been telling you on this channel forever that $150 is not enough. It is actually enough. It's actually more, way more. If I make 150 and that's all I make, and no tips on top of it for 4 hours of my time, that's twice. Well, that's 40 bucks an hour roughly. That's twice what I make at this Walmart job, which is almost 20 bucks an hour. And that's a good paying job for this area. I gotta believe that if a $10 an hour job was similar in 95, I've gotta believe that, that's a $80 for the night. I mean, in my band on a Thursday night, I would make 150 bucks for 4 hours of my time with the rest of the guys. And I would, anyway, we are not underpaid as musicians compared to the vast majority of other people out there. Yes, you worked your entire life, you actually had talent and you had skill, and you put the 10,000 hours plus in to be able to go out there and sing and disco dance, tell jokes, and actually play something maybe and entertain the crowd. That is a valuable skill. That is a skill that takes a long time to hone, and you've earned it. But still, we are not underpaid. We made, I've done a lot on this channel, and I've really talked down to the $150 gigs a lot on this channel, as you know. I know a lot of people who still work for that, and it's still good money. So I'm here to tell you I've changed my entire opinion on it. Being able to walk amongst the masses, working an actual job, as shitty as it was only temporary for me. I knew it was going to be temporary. It's a revelation to find out that musicians actually are not underpaid. The live musicians, I don't even care if it's a Broadway on Nashville and they pass the hat around, you make 25 bucks plus tips. I know lots of people who do that and have done that for many years, and they still make 150 bucks. So I was wrong. I don't care what you think. I'm here to tell you, go get a job. You'll realize real quickly that 4 hours of your time for 150 bucks is way better than 8 hours of your time for 150 bucks. I've always made more money than the average typical worker out there. Yes, we don't have benefits. Yes, we don't have retirement. But we make twice the amount of money. And if you busted ass and worked, 5 nights a week like me, you could have saved money. You could have done very well. I could have done very well if I had this career and I was actually had some forethought from the beginning. Opened a Vanguard account when I was young, bought a bunch of gold when it was $200 an ounce, and never sold it. Bought Bitcoin when you could buy a pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin, and it goes on and on and on from there. So we make good money. Be happy. Go get some gigs. That doesn't mean go play for free. That doesn't mean that. Unless it's just at a jam somewhere with a bunch of your friends, and you're doing a creative thing. But if you're actually out there entertaining the crowd, you should be paid. And the kind of pay that's average out there is better than an average crappy job out there for most people. So hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye.